the flywheel bearing against the eccentric follower link will hold it on to the eccentric. But you can see them, the valve and the piston moving up and down, just as they should. And so we're getting close. Somewhere within that piece of aluminum, there's a 3-inch flywheel. I need to find it. I guess I'll go about it by chopping off a chunk. I'll let you watch for a little bit. Running my saw as fast as it'll go, which is 282 surface feet per minute. This is a Grizzly. What model number is it? I forgot the model number. But anyway, it's a 1-inch saw. It's a great machine. I love it. I got a little 1/2-inch saw also from Grizzly that I almost trashed because I couldn't get the blade on it, saw on it correctly. And I finally, after it's set aside for years, figured out how to tension that darn thing and got it on right. And now it's a dream come true for spine work. I think this is a G9743, that's what it is. And the little one is a 9742. G9742. This one's made in Taiwan. The other one's made in China. Looks great to me. Nice straight cut. This is my drawing of the flywheel. Actually, it's of this flywheel. I'm going to make a few changes. I'd like to have more cosmetic holes in it. As you can see, I did not put the little holes in this example. I ran out of room. But I ought to be able to stick a hole in between each one of those spaces, each one of these holes. So I'll be able to get 8 holes in there, even if I have to make these a little smaller. It'd be all right. And this hub is this half-inch long hub is a 1/2 inch in diameter as well. I'd like for that to be a little greater in diameter. I think I'll make that either 5/8 of an inch or maybe all the way to 3/4. I'll show you why. Let me put this back on this other engine. Coming right back, don't leave. Let me zoom out here. All right. Can you see down in there how you can see the eccentric above the hub? It's a little bit maybe too far above the hub. See the flywheel hub retains the eccentric on the eccentric follower link on the eccentric. See how that works? And it retains this. It retains it just fine here, but I just would like a little bit more meat on this hub to cover that eccentric up a little bit more. And I'm thinking, I know 3/4 will do it, but I'm thinking 5/8 might do it a little better because it'll still give me the view that I want. I like to see that eccentric follower link moving around on that eccentric. So we'll see. I've got this roughly 1 1/3 inch long piece of 3-inch diameter aluminum chucked way deep into the chuck, and I'm going to face this side, flip it, face the other side, and then create the long hub, which is I forgot how long I said it was, which is 1/2 inch long. And then I will flip it and create the other hub, which is shorter. And then I'll flip it again and grasp it by the long hub and take a skim cut on the periphery there to make it look pretty. I've got both sides faced. I'm going to drill and ream a 3/16 inch over hole for the main shaft. I said I was going to take it down first, but I'm not. I'm going to create the hole for the main shaft while I still have it in this setting. So I'll bring you back when it's time to ream it. This drilling will be boring. I'm going to ream it 3/16 and do a little test fit with the main shaft to see if it'll fit. If it doesn't, I'll go 3/16 over. Already put plenty of WD-40 on it. I'll do a little test fit and be back, let you know. Here's this piece of steel I'm using as a main shaft. I can't remember if it was a drill rod or not, but in any case, it's 3/16, and I ream this thing 3/16. It really shouldn't fit, but it does, fits nicely, so I'm glad I did the 3/16 instead of the 3/16 over. I'm going for 1250 on the width of that piece. Let's see where I'm at. I still have some more to go, I know. I'm at 126.52. So I'm close. Well, I'm 15 thousandths away. Cut the flywheel. Take about 40 thousandths, 42 thousandths off of the whack. Creating this first part of the hub. Standing well away from getting whacked in the face. that string of chips. It's cutting nicely. All right, I've got the first part of this turned. I'm creating this part of the hub right here with the set screws on. You can see the hub gets wider down towards the webbing. And this hub is just roughed in. It's way wider than this one. However, I intend to make this hub wider than this one, but only instead of this one's 1/2 inch, I believe I'll go with 5/8 of an inch in diameter for that hub. So I'm about to take it down from whatever it is. I don't know what it is. About a little over 3/4 of an inch down to about 5/8. It's not critical. All right, one side of it's finished. It's supposed to look like this, and I think it more or less does. Of course, I made this hub a larger diameter like I said I would. I will flip it over, I believe is next, and cut this side. And then I'll grasp it gently by the long side, which this is 1/2 inch right here. I'll grasp it by that in the chuck and skim the periphery. It's going well. I'm ready to cut the other side of the flywheel, the short hub side, or the side that's got the short hub on it. And I've got to grip it without much to grip on. And if normally I'd put a couple parallels behind that, or a parallel behind it, and make it perpendicular, or make the axis of the workpiece parallel to the, or in alignment with the axis of the spindle. But I don't have parallel that's a convenient height. So what I'm going to do is use this dial indicator to get it in alignment. You can see that it's varying, let's see, about 5 1/4 thousandths. So there's the high spot. We're going to gently knock that in there without hitting my dial indicator. There, probably ought to have my chuck a little bit tighter. Okay, that looks good. Let's see if it is good though. Nope, it's not good. There's a low spot. Anyway, so that's how you do it. I'll futz with it off camera, but this is the way I line it up for the other side too. All right, how's that look? It's out by less than 1/2 thousandths, about 1/4, maybe 1/3 of a thousandths. That's good. I'm all but finished with this flywheel. I'm going to skim the periphery there, and that'll be it for the lathe. And I'll take it over to the mill, set it up on the rotary table, and poke some holes in it like this one. I'm going to try to get more than this one though. I I think that's in the picture, like that one. I'm trying to get, I'd love to get 8 in there. I have to recalculate. You might notice that I've got some black tape on the jaws. I don't have soft jaws to hold the, I'm holding the flywheel by the hub, half-inch hub there, and I don't want to mar it, so I've got it gripped with the black tape. So I'm going to take a little, just enough to clean that up, make it look pretty off of it. Here it is. Turned out pretty good. I'll stick a set screw hole in there and put it on the rotary table and put some more holes in for cosmetic purposes. It'll lighten it up a little bit too. So looks like I might have missed on this side, missed the surface a little bit. And this is lower than that by that right there by about, I don't know, I can feel it. But I'm not going to worry about it. This side goes towards the engine anyway. Or it will this time. In case I had it out of view of the camera. This surface right here is just a tiny bit lower than right there. Right there. So I'm going to leave it that way.